Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Sunday to you all. Hopefully, you're enjoying your weekends, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully, having a great day nonetheless. We are coming to you with episode 27 of season 2 of OST Saturday, brought to you on a Sunday because I have family over. It is Obon weekend, and some family from up north have decided to travel down to the Kanto region, so we hung out yesterday in the sweltering heat, but that's as is expected at this time of year. Apparently it's a warm summer, but either way it's very hot. I've also changed microphones because my USB one, the desk mounted one, screwed the pooch a little bit, so it no longer records audio anymore. Great times. So I have a new microphone. Hopefully we can get any audio issues sorted out. I'm still trying to figure out like filters and getting gain balances right and stuff like that. So if audio is a little bit screwy, then I can only apologize. I've tried the best I can with the resources that I have available in the time that I had available. But we have OSTs to get through. We only have 3 this week. In fact, we're actually dropping one purely for copyright reasons because it's from a children's animation show, and that is what got me my channel strike. So we're gonna steer clear of that one for a little bit. So sorry, Winter. I love your voice, but I can't risk another copyright strike on the channel for an OST. So we have got 2 new OSTs, and then we're gonna add one because I actually haven't heard of it yet, and I actually haven't heard it yet. And with the number of artists that I see covering it on a weekly basis, I probably should get around to the original beforehand. So we've got Miss Nayu from ILY, who's done what I believe is a manhwa or a webtoon OST. We've got Ken from VIXX doing a webtoon OST, so very print-heavy stuff today. And then we're going to finish with ECLIPSE's Sudden Shower, the Sudden Shower from the show Lovely Runner, the song that I genuinely haven't seen an OST get this much attention out of the K-pop scene in eons. Probably since Chanyeol and Punch's OST from Stay With Me from Goblin, or Soinguk and Jong-eunji's All For You. Like, those are, OST staples in the K-pop scene, but genuinely ECLIPSE's Sudden Shower has gotten so much attention. And I haven't listened to the original, so we're going to listen to the original at the end. Cool? Good stuff. Let's roll intro real quick. Here we go! Good to know I still know how my recording stuff works. So, let's get started. Very print-heavy stuff, but that is a-okay with me. Miss Nayu of ILY going to start things off today with the song simply titled Going for Marriage Without Love, which, again, I don't know if it's a manhwa or if it's a webtoon. I couldn't find a whole lot of information on it because Marriage Without Love pulled up some really weird answers on Google. But I quite like ILY music. They, back during their debut, brought songs like Que Sera Sera and gosh, what was their debut? Because Que Sera Sera was their first comeback, but they brought like this youthful, bright energy to the table on their debut, and then they went a little bit Secret Garden-esque with like Twinkle Twinkle that I really liked. So let's see what this OST is all about. It's a nice hefty almost 5-minute OST, so buckle up and get comfortable. Here we go.
눈 감으면 네가 자꾸 떠올라 이내 차올라 벅찬 맘이 날 흐른다 밤하늘에 별이 금세 떠올라 나를 비춘다 널 향한 걸음길 잃을까
It's a song that doesn't reveal its hand early on. It's really gradually building.
I'm going, 내 맘은 blow away.
We are getting the prettiness though.
널 향해 fall it, 또 fall it. You feel it, you feel me. 담기에 벅찬 이 맘 느낄 수 있니? I'm blowing, 널 향해 going. 두 눈에 너만 가득 담고 싶어. 네가 있어 밤은 더욱 빛나. 난 today.
Hello, instrumental section. It's got a nice mellow release though. Mellow but very prominent.
또 한 발 딛는다. 바람이 불어 난 떠밀려 너에게.
Oh, interesting. The way they build the suspense for second chorus is way different than first chorus. It felt a lot shorter. Oh, I love the way the guitars come was like harmonizing there with the little slides up. One more step up for this bridge, even firmer now. I'm liking the way this is chugging though. It's got a firmness now to it. And now this release is entirely, has a completely different sensation now because the lead up was firmer. Nice heavy power chords though from the guitar part and stuff. Getting movement on the guitar part. Slow but constant movement. Almost twinkles a little bit. Take it again. Take it a third time around. Okay. Sustain it. Instrumental outro. No? One more vocal moment. And roll it on the minor 7 chord to finish. Nice. That's a proper length song right there. That is, I mean, you know, the song being nearly 5 minutes long, you feel the length of that, but it doesn't feel like it drags on. You know, you get your money's worth out of this song. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. There's plenty to go around, but at the end of it, you feel satisfied, and I like that. I like that a lot. I love the way it builds too, because it starts off as such an almost like meek and shy song, and then it grows a little bit more, and then it grows a little bit more again, and then it just continues to grow and grow and grow, and that evolution is really cool to me, because, you know, we've done a handful, that's putting it lightly, we've done a handful of OSTs here on OST Saturday over the course of the last, you know, year and 8 months that we've been doing it. Or at least the year and 8 months worth of OSTs that we've checked out. And we oftentimes get songs that are of the softer variety in an OST. And that, I mean, you already know where my point stands on that. I love a nice soft ballady type song. I get my fix of ballads out of doing these weekly OST Saturday things. But the way you can make that really soft sounding song kind of exciting is you have to go and play with the little details. And with Going, the little detail here is the way that this song progresses, the way the song builds on top of each other. It doesn't progress like a normal pop song would normally, where, did I say normally enough times in that sentence? Jesus Christ. Anyways, it's like you, in a pop song, you have the pretty big hit, the verse kind of settles down, you build up anticipation in the pre-chorus, and then you have the big release in the chorus. Or, you know, if it's an anti-drop, you kill off the drop and then bring it back later, whatever the case may be. But with Going, it's really just like one linear line from the bottom going all the way up, and then you have the outro at the end. But every time the song grows, you feel that growth, and it's almost as if this entire song is like one big anticipation riser. And I think that's really neat to me, because I think it plays to its advantage, I think. Is the song never really feels like it's going towards like a decline until in your head you know that you're in the final chorus by just counting through it all. And even then, that final chorus feels like it keeps going because they repeat that last hook 3 times over. I think that's just really nice. Hell yeah. Alright, Mr. Kian. Kian, what do you got for us today? There's captions on. I'll turn it on for y'all. I probably won't be paying too much attention to it just because that's how my brain works. I'm very much an ears first type of person when it comes to brand new music. But Mr. Kian from VIXX with the song Love Me Again for this is the Campus Romance series. I believe we've had an OST from this webtoon before, but much like the case with Miss Nayu from ILY1's OST earlier, print media and OSTs, for me as someone who grew up on hard copy cartoons and stuff, isn't really a thing that ever crossed my mind, but oftentimes delivers some really high quality OSTs. So let's see what this one's all about. It feels a little bit more uppity. It's definitely not ballady. Love the soft vocals to start though. Nice head voice flips. Like the vocals are nice and light, but it's actually quite a snappy song. Even here, the vocals aren't too firm, they're very nice and light, but they've got some more power to it now. It's a super casual type sounding song though. I'm a big fan. That little wiggle wobble at the top of the head voice too. This pre-chorus in general is just super nice with the way he sits in that airier head voice of his. And then, not a firm release, but you know it's there, and it's very evident that there's that release there. I think it's a really smart touch here. Leave the vocals exposed, but filter the instrumental part so it pops. Oh, I heard a little run in there. Oh, that La 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 went low, low. Woo. Okay, that outro was really smart. That outro was spectacularly put together. It's got the, I've mentioned this on countless occasions, especially in OST Saturdays, but humans love contrast. That had some top tier contrast to finish the song. You have Ken doing the la la la's that's going down the musical scale. It's the lowest part of the song in terms of vocal range that he sits in on the entire thing. And then you offset it with the high little ad-libs. Naturally get a little A-B action going on. You also get natural contrast going there, and that's just, ooh. That's a spectacular way to finish the song. But in general, it feels very lighthearted. It feels very... What's the right word for this? Casual, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't give off, like, vibes of a song that needs to be taken uber seriously. It feels pretty laid back. It feels casual. I think the pacing of it is really nice. It's a nice mellow walking pace. It's got a little bit of a hop in its step, but it's not like super uppity high energy, but it's also not slow and mellow and kind of emo hours-esque either. It really sits right in the middle of a lot of stuff, and it makes it really well balanced. And his voice really suits this. It's super light with a little bit of flair to it with the vibratos in certain places, and it just, especially when Ken goes into that head voice and kind of lets the brighter, lighter voice come out, it really works stylistically for me. Hell yeah. Oh, this is a solid lineup already. Now, this is the big one. This is from a few months, I think a couple months ago now. Lovely Runner is a show that we have covered on many a occasion here on OST Saturdays this year, primarily because the OST list for the show has been unreal. But we never checked out where it all started, mainly because back when this show dropped, and back when this song dropped, ECLIPSE really didn't have a whole lot of coverage about them, because, well, from my research, they're a fictional band, part of the show Lovely Runner. Apparently one of the members is N-Flying's Sungkyub, which is really neat. I didn't know he acted. I don't follow the show, I just follow the music, so... And I also don't know what he looks like by face. I'm not very well versed in N-Flying at all. I know their music quite well, but... Besides the point. This song dropped as like the lead part 1 OST for this drama. And whenever I get these, OST Saturdays ready and queued up, is I go to my favorite release calendar and I type in OST, because usually if it's an OST, it'll have the designation on either, r/Kpop or on the Kpop comebacks calendar. And I'll just scroll through, like, I'll sort by day if it's on Reddit, or like by recency, and I'll scroll back a week and pick any OSTs that look interesting. So back then, ECLIPSE is a group that I didn't know, and of course I wouldn't know because they're fictional. But whenever I go on Reddit and I type in OST, every single week someone has covered this song. And that's not an understatement. Every single week I've looked up OSTs to get ready for OST Saturday, someone has covered this song. That's how well received and that's how popular this song is amongst the idols right now. So there has to be a reason why so many artists are flocking to it. And that's what we're going to find out today, because we are going to listen to ECLIPSE's Sudden Shower and do it properly. But honestly, this show has delivered some really good OSTs. I think my favorite still is Two-Sung of N-Flying doing Star. That song is terrific. I think it was also on Song Stealer a little while ago. I think it was Hyojung of Oh My Girl versus two subs, so Hwaesung and Sunghyub of N-Flying. I don't actually know what the results of that show were, or results of that episode were, but that was a terrific song, and I think so far has been my favorite of the show. But let's see if the original can surpass that. Oh, is it a ballad?
보이지 않기를 바랬죠. 처음 그대 내게로 오던 그날에 잠시 동안 적시는 그런 비가 아니길 간절히 난 바래왔었죠.
My favorite chord sequence. I love the sustained into the major. Oh my goodness. It's a very pretty ballad though. I can see why people like it.
그대는 선물입니다. 하늘이 내려준 홀로선 세상 속에 그댈 지켜줄게요. 어느 날만
It's got a rich vocal part. Thick with a lot of vibrato. Also surprisingly low vocal part, all things considered. There's some good chord work going on too. Lots of good chord sequences that I like. Nice firm hits. It just screams K-drama ballad, doesn't it? But it's gorgeous. We're getting up there now. Keep it going, keep it going. Nice. Very gradual way of reintroducing that beat though, but oh, get some syncopation going. We're getting runs in the vocal parts, we're getting syncopation in the instrumental section. I get it. I get it. It's a very K-drama song, like, and I think that's extremely simplified, but it makes sense why it's popular. It's also a very good song to showcase the vocals because there's a lot of playing room that an artist has. You can really spin this in many directions, but at the end of the day, this is a song that's going to be a little bit emotional, and I think, especially for those vocalists who can pull off a ballad really well, yeah, they're really gonna eat this song up. And I mean, eat the song up they have. And I haven't listened to any of the covers, but I think I'm gonna go and explore some of the covers that this song has, because there's plenty to go around, plenty to choose from. And now that I know the bass song, I know exactly where we're going with it. But yeah, there's a terrific thickness in the vocal part. Like, even in the kind of more lower power sections, like the verses, there's a rich creaminess to it that is just so satisfying to listen to. So much full, like a full-bodied vocal part. And when you get into the chorus, you retain that richness, but you get the power creeping in too, and it's just like, you listen to it and you feel everything. It's a very powerful song in that regard. Even though there isn't a whole lot going within the song, like there's some movement in the instrumental section, but it's all meant to be stylistically pretty and soft. And it's terrific. It's genuinely terrific. Ooh. Like, let me see if I can get the Reddit page pulled up. Eclipse, sudden shower, lovely runner. So I'm gonna start naming some people off. You know what? Here, let's do this. Back to this screen. So this is just the results off of the r/Kpop Reddit, and this isn't, you know, all of the posts, like all of the covers that are out there in the world from K-pop artists, and you know, there's other musical creators that have covered this song as well. But like 24K Zaimchan, Taehwan from Vanner, Stellar Hyun, Tempest Hyuk did it on Yimujin's service. Of course he did. FT Island, Yonkyu of ATBO, Ace from VAV. Who did VAV ever find a new label, or are they still looking for one? Like Tere of Zero Base One, who, you know, with his low voice, I can very clearly see him singing this. But it just, the list keeps going. Like NCT Wishes, Jaehee, Evans, Hanbin, and Junghyun. I'm pretty sure I saw, yeah, Moonbill and KCM did one as well, and it's just like, that's crazy. It's a little bit crazy, but the song's very pretty, and I'm glad that an OST of all things is getting this much attention, because I've mentioned this many a time, but OSTs do not get the same amount of attention as studio releases from really anywhere, but the real ones know the power of an OST, and I'm so happy that there's at least one song in like this day and age that is just getting so much love from. And honestly, this entire show's OST list has been insanity. Like, let's see, Lovely Runner, because I'm pretty sure we've done quite a handful of OSTs, but like, you know, Eclipse, so they're like the fictional band, and Flying Star, Minnie's Like a Dream, May I Love You, Jongho's A Day, Hoisung's I Think I Did, 10 Centimeters, Spring Snow. And then there's an entire disc 3 of a whole bunch of artists that I don't know by name. But knowing the musical quality of the show is probably going to be as good as everything else on it. And I love when a show really nails the OST aesthetic down. Like, last time I think we had a show like this, like King the Land last year had a terrific OST list. There are a couple shows last year that had a really good just overall OST lineup. And then we go back to like 2022 and 2021. Rookie Cops had a really good OST list. 25-21 had a terrific OST list. And honestly, if we're talking about OSTs that have gotten this much attention, the last one that I can think of is Tail Starlight from 25-21. And that didn't get nearly enough coverage as Sudden Shower has. So I'm so happy that an OST is getting like proper attention, man. Have I said that enough? I think I've said that enough. But overall, this was a terrific week of OSTs. First time ever I think we've gotten a print heavy or print biased OST Saturday, but it was about time I think that happened, considering, you know, more and more webtoons are releasing OSTs now. Hey, I'm not gonna complain. They're all terrific, and OSTs are always gonna have that little bit different magic. So I'm a happy bunny. But I am gonna leave it off for here for this week. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, you know, checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even what was the thing I usually say? Oh gosh. Checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. There we go. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, Even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.